Hi developers, in this video we'll create a Xamarin Forms application that can play audio and video files. We'll create an application like this one where the user could enter the source file for the video he wants to play, then click the play button, and then the video will start playing in our Xamarin Forms page. The user could then click stop to stop playing the video. Until now, Xamarin Forms doesn't have a component for video players. But fortunately, the community have implemented an open source solution available on GitHub. That component is also available as a NuGet package, so we can integrate it easily in our Xamarin Forms applications with Visual Studio, and then we can use it as I have done here. I'm Hossein Delai, and in this video, I'll guide you for how to create such an application using Visual Studio and Xamarin Forms. Xamarin Forms API doesn't come with a media player in order to play videos and audio, but fortunately we do have community contributions where here we have the media manager package that get this functionality to Xamarin Forms applications. So this is an open source project, so you can see it here in GitHub, and it's also available as a NuGet package. And we do have an article on blog.xamarin.com where here you can find all the steps for how to use this plugin. In our video today, we'll go and use this plugin for our Xamarin Forms application. So from Visual Studio, I'll go and create a new Xamarin Forms application by saying here I want this app to be called Video App. Click OK and choosing Xamarin Forms. Then from here, this window, I'll choose Portable Class Library instead of Shared Project. Click OK to create our solution. To use the media player, we'll go through 4 steps. The first one is installing the NuGet package. Then we'll go and initialize the renderer. The third step is adding the player control to our page. And the fourth step is adding the play and stop controls. So let's start by the first step. Let's go to the solution, manage NuGet packages for solution, and install the NuGet package, which is called here plugin.media manager. So we go and search for that plugin, and here we do have 4 plugins. We'll select the one for Xamarin Forms, which is right on here. We select all our Xamarin Forms applications. Make sure to select them all here, the iOS, Android, and UWP project, then click install. The second step is to go and initialize the renderer. So we'll go to each platform specific code and initialize the renderer before initializing our Xamarin Forms application. So for the Android application, we'll go to the main activity, and right here we'll go and say video view renderer.init, and this will initialize our video view renderer. So this is important before you can use the video player. Video view renderer is available under this namespace plugin.mediamanagerforms.android. Here I'm using ReSharper, which will help me to add those namespaces automatically. We'll need to do the same for the iOS project. Also for that, we'll go to the app delegate, and right before initializing the Xamarin Forms, we'll go and use the same code. So let's initialize the renderer. Again, it's under the same namespace. For UWP, we need to do the same on the app page, and right here we'll go before creating our Xamarin Forms application and call the video view renderer. Now we can move to the step number 3, which is adding or using the video view inside our page. For that, I'll use here my main page .xaml, and inside here, instead of using the default label, I'll add a component called video view. Again, here using ReSharper, I can add the namespace for my video view, which is this one right here. So it's under the CLR namespace forms where the assembly media plugin.mediamanager.forms. So make sure to include this in your code. Once we have created our video view, we need actually to specify the width request and the height request for our video view. And if we don't do that, then the video view will stretch and will take all the page. So let's say the width, I want it to be 202, and for the height request I want it to be 202, and actually for the width let's make it 360. Cool. So now we have created that video source. We can also say the source equal, and from here we can specify the source of the file we want to play it, but we won't do that here. We'll do that from the code behind, but you keep in mind that you can bind the source file using the source property. Let's now move to the step number 4, which is adding this play and stop controls. For that, I create a button with text start to be play. This button will have an event handler clicked. That event handler, we call it play stop clicked event. This event handler, what it will do is simply it will verify if the text on the button is play. For that we need to access the button through its name. So let's give it a name. Let's call it again play stop button. So here I'm creating simple controls, but of course you can create more nifty controls with some icons. So we'll go and say if the text displayed on the button is equal to play, then I'll go and play the video. How I'm gonna do that? So we'll go and call our video manager. I'll go and call my cross media manager, call current dot play, and here I'll say play, and here you see that play takes some overload, so I'll use the one with the URL and media file type. So we need to give it the file that it needs to play. The file could be embedded in your project, or it could be also an online video. So let's take a look at one of the online videos. Let's choose one of my videos here on channel 9. So if I go to download, then I will get this window where I can get the link for this specific video. So I'll go and copy that link address, and I'll create a string field, call it video URL, and this will hold the link for my video. So if I want to play that video, then here I go and pass it as parameter to the play method. It's called video URL. Then we do have a second parameter which is important, which is here media file type. What is this? So if we take a look at the parameters it can take, it's an enumerable or it's an enumeration, so it can take either video or audio depending on the type of the content you want to display. So I'm gonna say here it's a video. Once that's done, we'll go on now. My app can play that video and it's playing, so I'll change the name displayed on the button to be not anymore play but to be stop. So let's change the play to be stop. Next, if I click again on that button which will be displaying a stop, then I want to stop the video. So let's take a copy of that code, and here if I click it on the stop button, then what I want to do is not calling the play method, but instead I want to call stop. You see that here we do have many options with this plugin, and here to keep things simple I'll just use stop method. If I stop the video, then I'll go and change the text displayed on the button to be play. So this is all what we need in order to create Xamarin Forms application that can play and stop playing videos. If you want to take a look at this code, then you can find it on my GitHub account on this repository right here, call it Video Player Xamarin, where you will find all the source code for the steps that we have done. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and thank you.